you guys, Julia Jordan, your favorite real estate agent. We are here on 249 on the way to my listing appointment, and I brought my stick vacuum. I should have bought the Dyson. Do you want this one? It's brand new. It vacuums really well, and I cannot have the sound. I had a Dyson in the past, and I don't know even where that thing went. At one point it probably died. So I bought this cheap thing because I only need it when I go to my listings to clean up, you know, when people carry in a little bit of dirt and my OCD kicks in. So I thought I should have a stick vacuum. So now I carry a stick vacuum. But this sound is just, the sound and my ears are not made for each other. So if you want a stick vacuum, let me know. And then I have a good excuse to buy myself that badass, oh, I should not have said badass, right? That's bad language. That Dyson, because that's a good stick vacuum. Okay, I will not restart the video just because I said badass. Now I say it one more time just to know. Sometimes I do language. 2 things you should not eat before a listing appointment. 1, seaweed snacks. It will give you green things on your teeth and you don't even know it. 2nd thing, popcorn, because you will start coughing because somewhere was a little popcorn skin stuck. Guess what I just ate? I ate both. So okay, let me do a little beauty check before I go in. And this one here actually is funny, this listing appointment, because it is super close by to my current flip house, Idlebrook. That's what I brought the stick vacuum for, because the future owners, the buyers, so God will, we need appraisal to come back on time. Please say a prayer. Gosh, this was due last week. They're taking their sweet time. We need the appraisal to come back on value. So now I already know, of course, the neighborhood like the inside of my pocket. And this seller is in between. It's a referral of a friend. I can help either way. Most likely I will end up being the listing agent. If not, if she wants to just sell it to me directly, she can. Usually I get them more on the open market. So I just bring all the numbers. I make her a neighborhood expert. Either way, like I would do my whole listing presentation as if I'm the agent. And then, you know, recently I had it twice that the seller said, actually just buy it, XYZ amount, yay or nay. Oh my gosh, here's a gasoline canister on the street. I saw the other day someone asking for it and how expensive they are. And see, they're here on the feeder of 249 if you want one. A gas can, those red ones. The cars in front of me almost ran into each other because everybody tried to not hit the gas can. Okay, so I already know the neighborhood. So in case she wants to sell to me, I already know certain comps really hard to reach. Sometimes there are comps in a neighborhood, by the way, and we don't know what happened. It is sometimes like one outlier, and they got a rocket price, like a record high. And sometimes I have been that agent for whatever. 2 people were just really after this house, right size or right backyard or whatever, right location. This was the house, and they got into each other and they got it higher, higher, higher in a bidding war. But then with the Idlebrook, I also saw there is a cap, like, and especially now with appraisal, we see like even if a buyer wants to carry the price very high, it is really hard to get it through appraisal. Because when there are no comps in a certain neighborhood, and in this one, it's called Lake Forest, you know that probably, 1960 to 49 area. Very beautiful, old, settled in neighborhood, a lot of very dated homes, and a lot of homes half redone. So they already took out the bathtub in the primary bathroom, and then they did a giant walk-in shower with the glass doors. So that looks really good, but then everything else looks mom and pop renovation. We even have some where the glass doors were not sheer glass, what everybody wants, but I've seen several comps, they had the milky glass. And maybe that's good when your senior citizen husband is showering and you just don't want to see every detail. But just for the photos, it is a little bit of a turn off. But okay, everybody makes their decision which one is the bigger turn off. I get myself in trouble today, what I'm talking about. Okie dokie. So here we go with my stick vacuum and braced myself with all my numbers to make the seller the neighborhood expert. This one is Happy Stories. They're selling 2 houses, her and her fiance, and then they're buying one together, and they're all like really family oriented people. So they will have merged children, and then they will also have the parents living close by, and they are planning to buy a house where the parents already fit in the house so they can take care of them when they are getting older. That is a guy that you want to have as a fiance when he's thinking about what to do with her parents and with his parents, and then the couple figured out a plan already. I think that's a good foundation for marriage. Not that I ever will consider a gun or anything male or anything female. It's just real estate and cooking and my children. OKW. Oh, this popcorn, I have it everywhere. So yeah, how happy are you about this weather? Tell me, aren't you happy that it's warmer? Like this Arctic German weather, it was terrible. I hated it. Thanks God my Adelbrook and all my other rentals made it through, and my own house also made it through. Everything is good. Now we come to the bridge where I released the opossum. Remember? I live trapped the opossum. She lives here. Not this bridge, the next bridge. She lives here. Off of Jones Road. It's a new address. She upgraded from Adelbrook to Jones Road. I hope she's fine. Or he. I didn't check. That was one stinky opossum. What else do I want to talk to you? Oh yeah. Luxury market. Luxury market has been stable the last years. People ask, where's the luxury market heading? I personally think the luxury market will continue to be stable. We don't have as many transactions go around anymore like in COVID, because even people that were not luxury now were all of a sudden tapping into luxury markets because interest rate was so low. Anyone can buy luxury, or not anyone, but a lot of people can buy luxury for a 2.3% interest rate that were not able to buy it before, right? Makes sense. So all of a sudden we had buyers pressing into the luxury market or entrance luxury market that were not buying luxury before. In general, the luxury buyer, what is a luxury buyer? 900 something. So let's say $1 million and up most of the time is luxury market. It starts, I think, at 930, 950 or something like that. It changes every year a little bit. The last years it was stable. And why will it keep stable, in my opinion? The luxury buyer is not so dependent on interest rate. The luxury buyer sees the house most of the time more as an investment, and it needs to make sense, and they want to see appreciation in the future. They want to buy something where there is some kind of meat on the bone, yeah? Or a neighborhood, let's say Lake Woodlands, you're right at the water. Well, that one will always hold its value, right? Or Lake Conroe, certain areas, not all areas at Lake Conroe, but certain. So they're more after that than thinking, oh, $500 more or less, or $1,000 more or less, can I make the payment per month? It's not so much that problem. They want to see, do I live how I want to live? And then second, financially, will it make sense in the long run? Will it pay off, hopefully? No one can tell the future, but there are certain indicators. So that is the luxury market. I personally believe it will be stable and picking up a little bit, because we had just overall with our economy and buyer confidence, everything was like a little bit dampened. People were not in general so crazy about buying houses. The last 2 years was actually, not for me personally, but for most agents, it was really terrible. I had my record year last year, so now I gotta beat that year this year. No, I'm on it, don't you worry. So with the luxury market, I think overall the rising tide lifts all the boats. I think the luxury market will also be a little bit faster than it was before, but not like taking off crazy, not like doubling or so. But with the end consumers, entrance market, what is right now, you almost don't get anything for $250. 300, 350, that's like entrance level. And then middle section, 450 to 750, I would say. That's like the majority, the bread and butter of our Houston market transactions. And then above that, and I think the middle section, they always transact. Why? They have more kids, then kids move out, then kids go to college, then the job calls them to Arkansas or Utah or whatever, where the people are moving. So people will always, in that price range, often, and in that price bracket, they're often moving because they simply have to. So there's often a certain bare minimum of transaction. The first time home buyer simply stays in their rental. I'm sorry, just checking my GPS here, and my popcorn in my teeth. The entrance level buyer, often they decide not to buy. They just stay in their rental. And the luxury buyer also often does not have to buy. Why? They're usually self-employed. They don't move around for jobs as much. People are so friendly here in Lakewood. But the middle section, and maybe that is why it is the bread and butter, because those people, they have to move, you know. When Exxon says, now you work in the Antarctica, guess where you're heading. Okie dokie, you guys. I am here at my listing appointment. Cannot tell you where, but until it's signed, then you will know, of course. Very beautiful. All these mature trees. Everyone has a flag, I feel like. My Idlebrook, I put right away a brand new flag on it. Looks very good. And he's with the Air Force. So when that house is closing, I will fold up the American flag, put it on the kitchen counter. He can have the flag. And then I will put the Air Force flag on. Yes. And then maybe they will cry a little bit. In my fantasy, they will cry a little bit because they're like, oh, that was just so nice of her. Maybe not. Okie dokie, you guys. Sorry, this was probably a very boring life. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy chit-chatting away. Sorry for the language. Next time I will do better, okay? Okie dokie, you guys. I love you. Make it a wonderful day. Take a walk in the sunshine. Eat your fruit and vegetables. Stay healthy. Be happy. And I talk to you soon. Bye-bye.